all you amazing, sensitive, and intuitive people. So today I'm going to talk about some practical things, and that's about skincare. A lot of people comment to me as to how young I look, and I'm 70 years old. I freely admit that. And it is due to a lot of circumstances. I use a multifaceted approach, and I truly believe that what is on the outside is also on the inside. So you can imagine if you have a liver, for example, if you smoke a lot, you can imagine that if your skin on the outside is all sagging and discolored, which a lot of older smokers are, that's the way your insides look. So stay tuned to hear more about how to take good care of your skin and other organs, and I'll see you in just a moment. This is Anastasia. I used to be a physics professor specializing in vibrational and quantum physics. After recovering from a serious illness using energy healing on myself, the calling to heal became so strong that I had to quit my 40-year research career. I replaced my 6-figure professor salary within 5 months using a simple but not easy 3-step system that I worked out to grow my healing practice. Now I help other healers grow their practices, whether they're just starting or already have a practice, with this same 3-step system. I'm all about helping you too. Listen in to learn more. Thank you so much for coming back. And today's topic is all about skincare, how to keep your skin looking vibrant and young. And I know that when I look at a lot of older people, right, their skin doesn't look so great. But then on the other hand, there are some that look totally amazing, even when they're 80 and 90 years old, like there's a life in their skin. And so the first thing is making sure you get some sort of exercise. So for me, I walk 10,000 steps a day, and I also lift some light weights to help keep the rest of my muscles in good shape, especially in the lower back, because I have a case of scoliosis that I've had since I was very young, and I've always had to do exercise to prevent back pain, right? So you do whatever it is that pleases you. I used to run 6 miles and now I walk it, right? So whatever works for you. Yoga is really great because not only does it work your muscles and help you stretch, because there's 3 aspects of exercise: stretching, muscle building, and stamina, right? So you want all 3 of them in there. Right, so I've been exercising daily since I was 14, yes, 56 years, and I have not been able to stop because when I stop, I don't feel like myself, right? So that's number 1, getting up and walking around the block. If you haven't done anything, walking is something that everybody can do and build up, right? Number 2 is sleep. Get a good night's sleep. The sleep that happens before midnight is your most important sleep. That is when you go into your deepest sleep, right? And I know this. I wear a Fitbit that monitors my sleep, and I go into a deeper, longer REM sleep before midnight. If I stay up till midnight and I try to sleep 7 to 8 hours, I don't feel right, so I'm just telling you. After our evening walk, so I take 2 walks a day. After our evening walk, I get myself ready for bed. I get nice and warm, and I relax for an hour, and I'm asleep usually by 9:30. Yes, it sounds like old people stuff, but it's what keeps you young, right? Number 3 is making sure you hydrate properly, right? And it's from the inside out. You can put all kinds of stuff on your face. I use a very simple kind of cheap moisturizers. It's organic, and it's one of the Avalon Organics, and I put it on morning and evening, and it is not one of those expensive. I think it's like $15 for a little jar, where some people will pay $90, $100, $150 for something. And they advertise all this heavily on TV and stuff, and there is nothing that you can apply on the outside. There's some exceptions, I will mention those in a moment, that compares to making sure you get enough fluids on the inside. There are a couple of supplements that really help moisturize your skin on the inside. I know that a lot of cosmetics, for example, so this is part of the supplements, and I'm going to mention diet in just a moment. It's part of the supplements portion of this little blurb that this broadcast here, and that is hyaluronic acid. Right? This hyaluronic acid is, if you apply it on your skin, it helps a little bit. It plumps up the cells from the outside. But even better is if you take it and it plumps your cells up on the inside. But that also includes all of your blood vessels, your muscles, your organs. Everything is given a chance to be able to absorb the moisture it needs to keep them running. So that's one. The other one that I have found very helpful is to make sure that I get enough extra collagen. So I buy an organic collagen, and I have it in my morning shake, my morning go drink, right? So it has a lot of superfoods in it, including the collagen. And if you are not wanting to have certain collagens, like you have to check, you can get marine collagen, you can get bovine collagen, you can get poultry collagen, right? So you can get whatever collagens you want. There are like several different collagens, 1 through 5. I get, I think, 3 and 5 in mine, but all foods that contain proteins have collagens. Just so you know, most of your body is composed of some sort of collagen. The structure of your bones is collagen. When you don't get enough of it, they get brittle, right? Your muscles are all collagen, your nails are collagen, your hair is collagen, your skin is collagen, the substructure of your skin is collagen. So making sure you get enough moisture, collagen, and hyaluronic acid is very, very helpful. There are other supplements that are helpful, of course, making sure you have enough vitamin D, right? If you live above or below 35 north or south, you are in danger of having a lack of vitamin D or a vitamin D deficiency. So what do you do in those cases? In my case, when I lived at the 50th parallel, which is substantially north of 35, I used to take 2 tablespoons of cod liver oil a day, because cod liver oil has vitamin D in it, right? But I now have reduced it to half because it also contains essential fatty acids. So the essential fatty acids are there to build up all of your hormones. They are the building blocks of all your hormones, your steroid hormones, such as estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, and things like that. Okay, so those are also very helpful for keeping you young. It also is an anti-inflammatory. So anything that you take that's inflammatory will age you fast, right? And I noticed that when I was, get this, eating organic oats, right? I had to stop 15 years ago after menopause because for some reason my body started getting inflamed with oats. So I would have like a third of a cup every morning for breakfast. So it's not like a lot, but then I noticed that all my joints would hurt after breakfast, and I was feeling good before breakfast. So when I left the oats off, all of the red and swelling in my knuckles, my knees, my ankles disappeared. And so anything that inflames the body is going to cause aging, is going to cause your skin to age, and you will look older and feel older than you are. Because, of course, when you have any kind of inflammation in your joints, they start to hurt, and then you get up bent over feeling kind of old, right? And I have zero joint pain, like zero. And I don't take any medication whatsoever. I do have to supplement my thyroid, but that's not a medication. That's a necessary hormone that my metabolism needs to function, right? So in terms of diet, an anti-inflammatory diet, avoid alcohol. I know it sounds boring. Avoid alcohol, even wine. Yes, some people drink a glass of wine because they think their resveratrol is going to help them. Some of us are allergic to alcohol. I'm one of them, right? But some of us are allergic to it and can't take it, can't drink it. I find that my Claire skills get dulled when I take alcohol. When I have any alcohol, even a single sip, I feel my whole body start to get inflamed. And I take on a lot of water, which is a signal that you are inflaming yourself. So, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, pesticides, make sure you're eating organic, food additives, colorings, any other chemicals. Avoid drugs as much as possible, meaning if you're able to substitute something natural for one of your normal medications, see if you can work with your doctor on that, right? And then the last thing, aside from the diet and the supplements, and one thing I should mention is that dairy products tend to make your skin dull. There are a lot of people that have trouble with dairy products. There are some famous people running around talking about this. They had acne all the way until their adulthood, and it just got worse. And no matter what they did, even taking some of those drugs like Accutane and stuff, which is dangerous, they had a terrible case of acne. They gave up dairy products and their skin cleared up and looked beautiful. I happen to also be one of them. If I have more than just a tad of dairy product here and there, my skin starts to look yellow instead of healthy pink, right? So then I'm really warm standing here. It's bright and warm outside, right? That's why I'm looking more pink than usual. And so the last thing is that there are some skincare products, skincare devices that really, really help. So one of them is a microcurrent device. So you can buy microcurrent devices from a couple of different companies. One of them is 7E, and the other one, I have this and I use it all the time. The other one, you just look this up, microcurrent devices, NuFace, NuFace, right? They're very expensive. And one of the complaints of the NuFace device is the on and off button gets worn out and stops working. And then the plastic coating falls off. And I discovered that if I just take a coin or the end of the rounded end of a spoon and just tap it on there, it goes on and off. So I've used the same device for a very long time and it's worked. And you just follow the directions. You can look up microcurrent devices on YouTube and it talks about them. There are two different kinds. I use both of them. Mostly the NuFace because it's just a couple of 3 minutes before I go to bed. right? And it really, really helps. It activates the collagen under the skin, and it really makes a difference. Especially us older ladies, the lips will tend to turn down and under, and it really helps preserve your looks. The other device is an infrared lamp, right? You just put the infrared on you, and it seems to fill up the skin with fluids, and it helps give you a lift. And I tried it. It didn't work that well, but some people swear by them, right? So maybe the microcurrent device is more helpful. And the way I learned about microcurrent device, it is a health device. For people that have been in chronic pain, for example, the microcurrent will help release the pain. It helps in the healing. It works a lot like magnets do. So those are my two tips, the microcurrent or the infrared. Infrared is if you have something that needs healing, let's say you have muscle soreness or joint soreness, putting the infrared lamp on you really helps. When I lived in Germany, you could buy an infrared lamp for about $15 and you set it next to you. I had raging sinus infections. That was before my thyroid was straightened out. I had these raging sinus infections, and putting the infrared lamp on there helped burn off the sinus infections because it reaches deep into the skin. It penetrates the skin, right? And if you live in a sunny area, you can lay outside for a few minutes in the morning or go for a walk in the morning sunshine or the late afternoon sunshine, and you'll get the same treatment. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I've gone over ways to make you look younger. Number 1 is exercise. Number 2 is sleep, making sure you get pre-midnight sleep. Number 3 is getting enough fluids, water. I make sure I get a minimum of 2 liters, usually 3 liters a day or 3 quarts a day. That's like 12 cups. The diet, eating a clean organic diet is very helpful. If you don't want to do that, especially avoiding sugar, because sugar will create an unhealthy microbiome for you, right? And supplements is hyaluronic acid, making sure you get your essential fatty acids in, for example, cod liver oil. Some people like Udo's oil or flaxseed oil. And the last is making sure you have enough collagen. And then finally, there's microcurrent and infrared lamps. So I hope that was helpful, and you'll be looking younger sooner. A lot of people that just start with one of those things, they notice differences right away. So I hope you give one of these things a try. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking valuable time out of your day to listen in. If you found this message helpful, please help spread the word by giving the broadcast a thumbs up or a 5-star rating. Share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to my channel with your notifications on. For further training on healing and growing your healing business using my 3-step system, go to www.highpaidhealers.com, and I'll see you in the next video.